Yeah. I'm Anne-Marie DeWitt, co-owner of Fireside Games with my husband Justin, and he and I also are the co-creators of our new game, Bloodsuckers. You may know us from Castle Panic, and our new game is quite different in the same way that Castle Panic was the gateway game for board gaming, trying to kind of get your non-gamers into playing board games with you. Bloodsuckers is kind of a gateway game for card-driven combat games. So we have hunters against vampires. You get to choose which side you want to fight for, and you're fighting for control of the most locations in the small town of Blackwood. So you're playing cards, each deck is unique, and you're playing to make attacks against each other to try to recruit bystanders to your side. And whoever recruits the highest number of bystanders wins control of that location. And you indicate control by rotating the location dials on each of the locations on the board. So that's the basic pitch. You can customize your games. If you don't have time for the full 5 location battle, you can rotate clock dials to lock and play shorter games. It's all up to you. So let's say, for example, we wanted to have a fight at the church. It's not normally where you fight, but we're going to have a fight at the church. There are 3 bystanders there. So these are the character cards. So you deal out 3 bystanders to the middle of the map. And each of you will have 3 characters. So I'll give you these 3 characters, and you can turn them over and look at them. For you. Now we have advanced play rules where you can play with character abilities. That's the little symbol that you see on the card. Like Vanessa has this symbol. It's reverse day and night abilities. We're not going to play with those to begin with because it just adds a level of complexity that's kind of hard with the general game. So we'll just play without those. And so once we have the 3 bystanders in the middle, you're going to go ahead and put your characters into play. So to determine go first, so we rotate the clock dial to Hunter 1. This is how we track the turns in the game, and each battle lasts 1 full day-night cycle. So when we get to the end, the last spot in the night cycle, then that's when the battle is over for this location. And whichever side has won the most bystanders, that team is the one that wins control over the location. So then we would rotate this to either the vampires or the hunters, or if it happens to be a tie, then it'll be at the lock position. Okay?
And what's the point of the game?
The point of the game is to take control of the most locations in the town. So each battle, you're battling to recruit the bystanders. And whoever recruits the highest number of bystanders wins control of that location.
Okay.
All right? So, all right, hunters, you guys
So it's like American politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels like pasty bloodsuckers.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Hunter 1, you get to lay your cards out first, and you're going to just put your characters Hunter side up, just like you've got, right in these spaces. So you're going to be fighting for those bystanders.
You would put them all in the Hunter 1 character. Because you're Hunter 1. There you go.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put your dad's cards out. He's Hunter 2, so his guys will be battling right here. Oops, that's a vampire. How'd that vampire get in there? And now it's the vampire's turn. And so, Vampire 1, you'll put yours out. And now when you have abilities, when you're playing with character abilities, you want to, there's a reason to put some of the characters in some places and reasons to hold off putting them in other places. But when you're playing without character abilities, it's really just a matter of kind of laying them out there. All right? Okay, so now you guys are almost ready to play. I'm going to describe, like I said, it's a card-driven combat game. And each of you have a unique deck. You guys will be playing with the vampire deck, and then you guys will be playing with the hunter deck. Although they're unique decks, there are 4 basic card types. The most general card is the attack card. It's these orange-colored cards. They have attack values, and you just read the text here to see. Sometimes you have things that you can do in addition to the attack. So this is an attack of 2, and the target character present in this column must move his or her attack counter back to 0. So sometimes you have things you can do in addition. Sometimes you'll see an or there, and if there's an or, then you can do that instead of making the attack. So that's important to know because attack cards do not build on each other. Every time you make an attack, that replaces the last attack. So if I made, let's see, let me get another attack card out here. If I made an attack card, no, that requires too much explanation. Okay, this one is the knife. So if I made an attack here, say Lilith wanted to attack the vampires in this column, you would make an attack of 3 and use your attack counter to indicate the attack that you've made. Now, later, if I wanted to use this Molotov cocktail with the same character, then I would have to move this back to 2. It doesn't add up. So you don't, if I had 3 before, it's not a 5 now, it moves back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you'll also see with those attack cards some variability in the attack based on whether it's day or night. So for example, the hunters have this card, it's a sword. It's more powerful in the day and less powerful at night. So you might want to save this one for an attack during the day, or sometimes there's a reason to kind of get it out of your hand for an attack of 3. It all depends on what's going on in the battle.
So you're more dangerous if you can see what you stab.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So those are the attack cards. We also have impact cards. These are the purple ones, and you use the impact cards to modify your attacks. So for example, this says, this is a blessed weapon. Increase the value of any attack by 2 points. So this I could add, so my attack of 2, if I play this card, now becomes an attack of 4. So it's only the impact cards that can modify them, although there are some alternative options on the attack cards that sometimes let you modify an attack too. The other 2 basic kinds of cards are yeah, the cake is making noise. So.
The cake is gurgling.
Yeah. We also have strike cards. So the others are, you're making attacks. These strike cards are to try to kill off a character. So Ori might want to have Lilith try to stake, let's say, Connor. And so she'll say, I'm staking Connor. And if Connor doesn't have a wall crawl, which is basically it's the dodge card that the vampires have, then the attack is successful, the strike is successful, and Connor is dead. He has to leave the game, and we have a discard pile that we'll put him in.
Okay, so you've got attack cards, you've got modifiers to those attacks. You have strike cards, which are like, is that like a preemptive?
It's not preemptive. It's an attack on the character.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah,
So you're.
It's to try to kill off the character.
So the attack is on the bystander.
Well, I said that the wrong way. Okay, so when you make an attack, you are attacking a vampire.
Right.
But you're tracking the value of that attack on this combat. So it's not
Gotcha.
fatal. These are just non-fatal attacks that you're making.
Okay.
The strike cards are fatal attempts.
Okay.
So if you're successful in that fatal attempt, it kills off that character.
All right.
And then if they're killed off, you remove their attack from the combat track.
Okay. And then you have evasion cards.
That's right. That's right. So,
Awesome. And Bloodsuckers is out right now.
that's right.
And Castle Panic is coming out in sometime this fall.
Yeah, the expansion to Castle Panic, the Wizard's
Oh yeah,
Tower.
that's right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Wizard's Tower.
That comes out. The street date right now is November 23rd.
Okay. And the dice game Bears is coming out
September 28th.
September 28th.
That's
Okay.
right.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.